What do you mean? Ha ha ha. What a treat we have here today. This is a Pentium 3 800, and it is quite a piece of technology, as you can probably see. Now this system is going to be pretty much my test bed for ISA and PCI cards. But I've got this little fellow hooked up. I've done a video on this before, the PicoPSU, Pico Power Supply. This model is the 80 watt model, and it has just your standard ATX power supply connector. I have previously tested it with these, which run an adapter from that to the good old-fashioned blacks toward the center AT based power supply, I guess, with the power switch. And that worked well. That worked in the, I think it was actually the Amstrad Mega PC. But today I've just got it hooked up to this just to give it a test, just to see how much wattage this whole system and setup actually uses. So at the moment I've got just the main board, RAM stick, the power supply, which will power itself. We've got some old S3 Trio video card, some random hard drive, IBM, and a very loud floppy drive and keyboard attached. Now, how the Pico power supply works is it is essentially an external power supply. What happens is you have 240 or 110 or whatever voltage you got coming in. It goes into a transformer AC adapter of your choice. This one is 7 amp 12 volt. So 7 amp 12 volt, that gives you however many watts that is, and then that runs down into here, which then runs directly into the Pico power supply itself through those two cables. And from there it then runs into the main board, powers that, and we also get the connectors as a SATA, standard 4-pin Molex for hard drives, but there's also a breakout adapter which runs into a floppy and a hard drive. So if you've got a CD drive, you might need another adapter. But let's just have a look here at what we've got running. So at the moment we're just idling, and this very convenient power usage meter. So we're sucking down 5 watts doing nothing. And that includes the power brick there. So give it a short and get it up and running. The loudest floppy drive ever, I think. I don't understand how it's so loud. Hard drives are 365 megabyte. And we're up to 30 odd watts. So this power supply being an 80 watt, and the power supply itself is probably, external power supply is probably putting in well, it'd be over 80 watts, so there'd be a bit of room for problems there. I wouldn't have bought it unless it was more than 80 watts. 96, is that right? 92. Someone do the math for me in the comments. And there we have it. We are booted. So, you know, sort of hovering around the 37, 38 watts mark. So it's more than sufficient for what it's doing at the moment. Obviously the power supply isn't really powering anything spectacular. The CPU's not under any strain or anything. And the video card, by all means, is can handle showing DOS Wonder if it runs Crisis. So now I'll just try booting up to the hard drive. Should be over in a matter of seconds. Should be over in a matter of seconds. Hint. Hint. Maybe it's not set as a boot disk. Startup disk. Active partition, that's what I'm looking for. Oh well, I'll fix this up and we'll be right back. We're back again. It might work this time. I don't really know why I need to show you it working. Huh, there we go. Did work. All I did was fdisk/mbr and it seems to have fixed it. Because there's nothing really on there, I've got nothing to show you. But thanks for watching, and that's the Pico power supply. So you have an idea running a system that basic, what sort of wattage it's going to use. 40 watts, not bad. Could easily run a CD drive off it, I suspect. Yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Press the like button. Leave a comment. Thanks.